It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So, yesterday, I played hockey, and the first game, I was a sub on the white team, and we lost 5-1 because the other team's goalie decided to play hard, and we couldn't put it past him. Our goalie is new. I think it was his second or third game ever. He did an okay job, all things considered. We probably outplayed the other team, but the goaltending was the difference. But I said to the goalie, we're going to get you. It'll be okay. And in the second game, he was our goalie in our game, and we won 6-3. And he did let in one or two soft ones, but it didn't matter because we scored 6 goals. We played hard the whole game. In the first game, we fell behind, I'll say 3-0, maybe 2-0 before we got our one goal. I was a -3 in that game. It was 3-0 because I was a -3 at that point. And then I was not on the ice for the last 3 goals of the game because then it was 5-1, and yeah, I was still a -3. Played pretty well, but just didn't have anything to show for it in the stat sheet. Hope you didn't have me on your fantasy team. Second game, we got out to a 1-0 lead and they tied it. We got out to a 2-1 lead and they tied it. And then things happened and then we won 6-3. I can't remember now. But I was a +2 in that game, so I was a -1 for the night. And again, many scoring opportunities, and it just, the puck wouldn't go in. But I played pretty well, and I'm just turning the light off in the oven, don't mind me. But one of our defensemen on our team told me something. He told me that when I skate, I use my arms too much to balance, when I need to be using my legs to balance, my ankles to balance. Lower center of gravity, and you use less energy. So he said, alright, so this is what you need to do when you're skating, just, keep your arms down with your stick, right? And I know that's elementary shit, but I wasn't doing it, right? It's a beginner league. Before, I could not balance on one skate. I had to do everything I could to keep my balance, and that's why my arms are always like, "Whoa." But now I can skate on one skate. I can balance on the inside or outside edge of my skate, kind of, and that means I can just use my legs to balance now. So I started focusing on that for the entire second game, and I didn't get as tired, and I didn't fall down because of that. Well, maybe I did once. I did fall a couple of times, but it's because the ice is bad. They had a party with a bunch of 4-year-olds, and I think they all screwed up on the ice. They screwed up the ice. That's what I think. But it was a good game for personal growth because I learned about how to skate with just my legs and to keep my arms down here. I felt like I was doing one of these things, but it's just relative because before I was all the way out here. But there's your hockey lesson for the day. When you're skating, keep your stick down and keep your skates together and use your ankles to balance. And if you can't keep your balance with your ankles, then fall. It's okay. And I have to say that I think when my brain processes all that for the next 2 weeks, because next weekend I'm not playing, we're going to Napa to visit my grandparents. Then when I come back, it's going to be something else. And then after that I'm off for 2 weeks because I'm working an Aces Up party and going to Reno for a poker tournament. But when I get back on the 16th of May or whatever that Saturday is, I'm going to be just raring to go. So, hooray for hockey. Not a lot of keywords there, but we won the important game. That's what matters. Today I'm excited because I get to take the bus. Yeah, I'm just that kind of guy. My girlfriend's having a brunch with a friend of hers and her friend's daughter, and it's one of those things where I don't get to go. I'm a boy, and this is a girls only thing. She wants to go to the grocery store afterward, but the grocery store is near where she's getting brunch. So is she going to come all the way back here and go all the way out there? No, that's stupid. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take the bus and I'm going to meet her there. But the buses on Sunday suck, so I'm going to take the bus for 15 minutes and walk for 30. But we got a storm coming today. We're going to get an inch of rain, so why would I do it? 2 reasons. One, I get to wear my 49er jacket that I almost never wear, that I've had for almost 15 years. And I get to walk right by Taco Bravo. So guess who's going to have a burrito as he walks to Cosentino's? It's very exciting. That's worth walking in the rain to me. Yesterday I worked for Yahoo, and then I took a nap and I went to hockey. That was pretty much it. I watched some baseball on TV. The extra innings package free preview is coming to an end. Um, I looked, and the Florida Panthers have the third worst record in hockey, so it's time to follow the San Jose Sharks again. And if the Chicago Blackhawks win today, the Sharks will be the 2 seed and play the Kings, which worries me a little bit. And if the Blackhawks lose to the Wings, or I don't even think they can go to overtime. They got to win the game outright. They can win the game in overtime, but they got to get 2 points. If they don't, then the Sharks are the 1 seed, and they play Colorado. And I would much rather the Sharks play Colorado. I'd really like them to play Nashville, but they're too good. Nashville's like a 6 seed this year, so that means that they're going to play a 3 seed. But if Nashville upsets the 3 seed, which is Vancouver, so if Nashville upsets Vancouver, and the Sharks beat Colorado, and the 7 seed, and then the Blackhawks beat the Kings, then the Sharks would play the Predators in the second round of the playoffs. And that's what I want, because the Predators suck, because teams with mustard jerseys can't win playoff series against the Sharks. That's what we know. And then the Sharks will be in the conference final. And that is as far as they've ever gotten. And that would be nice to see. But first, they need to have... So really, Chicago beating Detroit turns the entire season around. If Detroit wins, they play Colorado in the first round, and then Nashville upsets Vancouver, and then the Sharks play Nashville, assuming that the Blackhawks can beat LA. But of course they can. The Sharks can't beat LA. And then you're in the final. And it'll be... I guess it would be the Blackhawks, who would play the winner of the 4-5 matchup, which is the Red Wings and the one other playoff team I haven't mentioned, which is probably like Calgary. No, Calgary's not in the playoffs this year. Edmonton's not in the playoffs. Who else? Oh, no, not Vancouver, because I got upset by Nashville in this scenario. Phoenix. So either Phoenix or Detroit would play Chicago, and then if Chicago beats them, it's going to be Sharks and Chicago in the Western Conference Final. Otherwise, it would be the Sharks against the Coyotes or the Red Wings, neither of which I would like to see. The Sharks would have an easy path to the Stanley Cup Final if they face, in order, the Avalanche, the Predators, and the Blackhawks. That's my prediction for the Western Conference. The Eastern Conference, I don't care, because the Panthers did make the playoffs. So there you go. There's your playoff preview, but it all hinges on everything happening today, so it's rather premature. But if it works out that way, won't I look smart? I did win 2 of my 3 NCAA March Madness pools this year because I had Duke. I know, not a popular pick, but it was the one that got me the win. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.